Hi everyone, welcome back to Matt Chat. My name's Matt.
And I'm Taylor. Welcome back, everybody.
Okay, so this is episode 2. We had a great first episode, a lot of feedback. Before we get started, though, I kind of wanted to give a moment of silence for all the bad things that happened last week. It kind of happened the same day we recorded, so we didn't. That's why it wasn't mentioned at all.
Yeah. I totally agree.
Yeah, it was everything that happened in my hometown, Boston. It was very tragic, and I'm glad that they did catch them. Also, that same day, just to make it even worse, one of my good friends lives out here, had passed away, and so I just want to give a moment of silence to them, just to respect them. Okay, so thank you for that.
Good for you, Matt. Good for you. I'm proud of you.
Thank you.
Proud of you. All right, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, and once again, welcome to the late night edition of Matt Chat. We are filming this like 8 hours later than we normally do.
Yes.
Is it 8 hours? No, 7 hours later than we normally do.
Yes.
And I've been working like a mofo for the past couple days. Yeah, so I'm really tired, and I told Matt that I really hope I can make it through this episode.
We're both hoping
so
here.
We'll see how what we do. But I believe that we have some topics for you guys from our previous episode, episode 1. You can go ahead and look at the link below, which Matt will add in this episode. Otherwise, I'll come down and find him myself.
Links to...
Go ahead.
Links to what?
To your episode, last episode.
Oh yes. Oh yeah. There'll be annotation and everything. So
annotation at this probably at this point if he does the editing.
Yes.
If not, you can go ahead and get them in the description box below. But last time on the very end of the episode, we talked about different things we wanted to discuss this episode, and I think the biggest topic that Matt and I. Well, mostly me, but what Matt and I both wanted to talk about was E3 2013. Woo!
Yes.
Giant.
So E3, it's for those who don't know, it's a big, huge conference that happens every year. It's the show off.
Electronics Entertainment Expo.
Yes. It's always. I've never been there, so all I know is that they show off new video games and everything. So and hopefully they'll show off some stuff for Xbox 720. That's just the time I'm going to go for right now, cause or Durango, whatever you want to call it. So yeah, that'll be awesome. It'll be nice to see. Hopefully, Square has a good Final Fantasy coming out, maybe.
They do. If any of you watched the PlayStation 4, the release, well, not the release, but the conference they had back in February, the lead, I think it was the lead designer or the CEO, somebody from Square Enix came out on stage.
Yeah, one of the corporate top people.
Yeah, and he did indeed confirm a Final Fantasy for the PlayStation 4. Mm-hmm. Not knowing if they're going to use the same graphic software that they have before. I don't know if they're going to get new software, if they're using the previous software, but they did confirm in any way, shape, or form a Final Fantasy game for the PlayStation 4, and I believe it might be coming out for the Xbox 720, aka Durango. Not quite sure.
Yeah, they when they did talk about it, they said that it was coming for PlayStation because obviously it's at the conference. Yeah, I don't know. They haven't. The developers have been really about saying whether or not they're going to make games for the Xbox 720 because I think just because the information isn't out there, so they can't say whether or not they're actually going to do it. So they could be in the background.
720, it's so secretive. Why are they keeping it so held up?
They're just. It's kind of the same thing with the PlayStation 4. Like they were really holding back on their information until the conference. So
This year's E3, I just double-checked the date. It's going to be on June 11th through the 13th at the, I think it's the LA Center? Yeah, the LA Convention Center.
It's usually in California somewhere. So.
Yeah. However, the only way you guys are able to get in is through, basically you have to be some kind of news person.
Either press or you have to be, you have to be in a, you have to be part of a, like the gaming industry. You have to be in a developer company, or you have to be, like, not my brain's right now. But basically, yes. you have to be working in the industry or you have to be pressed in order to get in.
Yes. Basically, if you work for IGN or Game Informer or PlayStation Magazine, that doesn't exist.
Or Bungie or Square or
basically anything. If you're part of the game industry, you get a free invitation to go to the Electronic Entertainment Expo every single year.
So soon, that'll be me.
And I believe this is the 5th year or 6th year where they've been doing this. I believe the last show they had where they were able to allow outside spectators in was back in 2007.
I think it's on certain days when they open up to the general public, but for the most part, it's invitation only.
Yeah.
So
it's pretty strict stuff.
Yes.
But going back to the PlayStation 4, for the release conference that was back in February, they did talk about the PlayStation 4 aspects and the aesthetics and what the PlayStation 4 can do, and they brought up, I think, like 6 games that are confirmed for the PlayStation 4. However, they did not talk about whatsoever and or show what the PlayStation 4 looks like. So there's a lot of speculation out on the internet of, like, I don't know if they're really faux pictures, but there's pictures of the quote-unquote PS4, which kind of looks like a PS3 Slim that's photoshopped that looks silver. The only thing that was confirmed about the actual hardware itself was the controller, which is complex, I guess you can say.
Yeah, it's got like a touchpad in the middle of it.
It looks just like a PlayStation 3 controller, except if you take out the center button where the menu button is and the start and the select button, just take that away and fill in that middle area with a touchpad. That's basically what the total, or what it's going to look like at the very end. And not only that, they added on a share button, which has been confirmed. The share button, when you press it, it will save the last 30 minutes of game footage that you've done in any game, be it campaign or online or whatever. You can edit it down to however you want and post it on Facebook, post it on Twitter, post it on any MySpace, if anyone ever uses that anymore.
Wait, are we talking about the share?
Yeah, we're talking about the share feature.
Yeah. That's I heard it's only like for live streaming, straight to a certain channel actually. So
I heard the live streaming too. But I'm not quite sure if you have to do that before the game starts or if there's like a certain sequence.
There's a button on the controller that you just press and you just automatically start live streaming. It's not to Twitch though, which is what the live streaming I use. It's to another live stream site. I don't remember the name of it. It's like not as popular.
And I think PlayStation's getting their own live stream site as well, just for the PlayStation 4. Possibly. I think they're developing a live stream site for the PlayStation 4.
I would like to see Xbox also use the live stream, straight to, because right now in order to do a live stream with the console, you have to like do all this hooking up with cords. You have to hook up your the TV to the computer, and then obviously, or find some other way of doing it and. So
if you want to do it right, you have to go out to Best Buy and pay over $50 for the correct hookups. If you only pay $20 for the hookups to be able to do the live streaming or to do audio and video capture, it's really, I wouldn't say terrible quality, but it's not exactly the best quality. If you're going to be on YouTube and all you're going to be doing is capturing videos, I'm pretty sure you can afford $50 and or, as long as it's under like $80 of hardware, I think that would be plenty to suffice for that kind of thing. But PlayStation has the remedy for that, luckily. And I believe it's going to be very popular when the system comes out.
All right, I'm not looking forward to getting a PlayStation 4, to be honest, and I don't know, I'm just not. I'll wait until Xbox releases their information on their new console, but until then, I'm kind of just more looking forward to that. Like, I was just not impressed with the PlayStation 4, aside from their live streaming, but that was it.
Neither was I. The PlayStation 4, the biggest downfall for me was when they said that it is not backwards compatible, which means that you cannot, I repeat, you cannot play PlayStation 3 games that you've already purchased on disc on the PlayStation 4.
Yes.
However, supposedly, this is all speculation. Nothing's been confirmed yet. It's all going to be confirmed during E3, ladies and gentlemen, hence why we're talking about E3. They're going to have a streaming service for the PlayStation 3 that can stream live games, not live footage, games. It's like cloud saving or however that stuff works.
I'm sorry. I every time I hear cloud save, I think of Final Fantasy VII. That's mine. That's me.
You're at work. Anyway. So basically, you're gonna have like this big archive of PlayStation games from all the way back from the PlayStation 1 and the PlayStation 2 and the PlayStation 3 that you'll be able to play straight on the system, supposedly. I'm not quite sure how that'll work, if there's going to be save data, if there's going to be online data, if you have to stream it every single freaking time, if you have to pay for each game individually for it to get streamed to your system. I don't know.
I don't know either. Like, they released a bunch of information, but not all of it, so it'll come in time.
Yeah, if you guys watch the my mind is not here today. What is going on?
Both of us.
If you watch the conference, that was back in February, you can go to YouTube. There's probably a link on here somewhere. Well, you're already obviously on YouTube if you're watching us, but excuse me. If you search the PlayStation 4, I think it's PlayStation 4 release conference.
Yes.
It's probably like an hour, maybe an hour and a half long. It's really short, well, compared to other conferences out there. Except for Nintendo. Sorry, Nintendo, but it's pretty decently short. And if you listen to the guy up on stage who's from Sony, they beat around the bush about a lot of stuff. They show stuff, but whenever they actually talk about the information, it seems like the lead who's up on stage isn't even quite sure himself. So it sounds like it's going to be a big mystery to everybody.
It was probably him trying to really not say too much, because that's what happens. Even with games, like when game developers go and talk about their game before the game's even released, they have to. They're told that they can only say so much. They're not allowed to just talk about the game.
But I'm curious.
Yeah. Yes, we all are. But
I understand how they brought up all that information about the streaming and about the sharing and about the motion control and all this other stuff, but show us how it works. Don't just be like, here it is. Show us what it does. Show us what you guys can do, which I think is what's going to bring their A game to
E3.
E3 this year.
Yes,
sir.
They'll probably show off the what the console looks like and everything.
Oh yeah, guaranteed. And I can almost guarantee, this is almost guarantee, that they're going to have a trailer for a new Uncharted for the PlayStation 4. That's going to be probably released with the system or a few months after the system's release. I only think this because Uncharted 3 was released in 2011 in October. So it's been 2 years, and ever since that game was created, Naughty Dog, the company who created Uncharted and Crash Bandicoot and Jak and Daxter, and the soon-to-be-released The Last of Us, they were distributed into two different well, not two different companies, but two different sections of the company.
Yes, that's what happens with a lot of developers. Like Square, like they have multiple teams working on multiple games. So,
exactly.
And Ubisoft has multiple teams working on the different Assassin's Creed. That's why they're able to get those out so quickly.
Exactly. So. But this is the first time in Naughty Dog history where they've ever been divided. There's always been one big team, not two separate teams. So it's kind of a big deal for Naughty Dog. But after Uncharted 3 was released, they divided the groups, and the group that was working on Uncharted 3 is they have like a mystery project they're working on, and the other company, after the Uncharted 3 project was finished, started working on The Last of Us. Mm-hmm. So obviously we know what one section of the company is doing, but the other section, it's pretty iffy. And another rumor is that Jak and Daxter might be coming back for the PlayStation 4 for a big release number, because they were on PlayStation All-Stars, and they're actually one of the more popular PlayStation All-Stars characters. And then they had the HD release for the first 3 games on the PlayStation 3, and they just confirmed the trilogy to be released also on the PlayStation Vita. So it's very possible that they can also be working on a Jak and Daxter game. I don't know. Lots of speculation with the PlayStation. If you guys haven't figured it out yet, I am kind of like a PlayStation guy. I'm more of a Nintendo guy. But I've lost a lot of faith in Nintendo ever since the tail end of the Wii. So I've kind of drifted more towards the PlayStation era. But enough about PlayStation. That's really all you really need to know. So we'll go to the Xbox Master, Mix Master Matt over here.
So like I said earlier, it's not much to say about Xbox right now because they're kind of at a standstill. But I'm hoping for Xbox 720/Durango, whatever you want to call it, to have a live stream. I'm hoping that, just they move along with their technology and make things run better and not have a console that's going to die on us, aka the Red Ring of Death.
I'm pretty sure they learned from that mistake back in 2006. The first 2 years of that release was a nightmare for Xbox. It was so bad.
Yes.
So bad.
I'm just glad that...
Okay.
Well, here's the thing, though. Because PlayStation... The first PlayStation 3 also did the same thing. It's what happened to mine. It basically did the same thing. But here's the difference, though. Microsoft actually fixed it for free. Whereas PlayStation was like, we'll fix it for $150.
Ooh.
Plus shipping and handling. So we're like, no.
Yeah, we're going to have a virtual tussle later, Matt. I'm just going to go ahead and slap your silly-looking glasses off your face.
And I'm going to punch you in your Mickey Mouse face.
You take that back.
You take it back.
Okay, I'm sorry.
Fine, I'm sorry, too.
Okay, so also another speculation that's been going around. We're on the Xbox. PlayStation's done. No more PlayStation talk. Mm-hmm. Is it true that Microsoft is in development of the Kinect 2.0 that's going to be released for the
from what rumor is, that's what rumor is saying, and it's saying that you need the Kinect in order to work the Kinect, but it's all rumor. Like, I don't care what any rumor says, until they come out and say, yes, that's what's going to happen, I don't believe it.
But what do you think? Do you think it's going to be Kinect needed?
Possibly. I mean, it's always a possibility for that to happen, because as much as we all say we hate it, Microsoft likes to say that the Kinect is, like, awesome.
I know. I don't know why they think that. Okay, well, I can see why they think that. When the Kinect was first released, it was so cool.
Yeah, like when I saw it, I was like, "Oh my god, this is amazing!" That's why I got it, and then it just kind of went.
It's like, oh, okay. There's like no good games for the Kinect. None. No. I can think of one good game that I actually did enjoy for the Kinect, and that was Kinect Joyride. The racing one is kind of like Mario Kart.
Yeah, I had that and never touched it. I was like, no.
It was pretty fun, and it made it even better that there was online racing, so you're able to race other players from around the world.
Right.
But how the Kinect works I feel like it was beyond their time, which is good, you know, because Microsoft is on top of that kind of stuff. But it's hard for us in this present time to grasp onto.
Mm-hmm.
So we think it's phenomenal and so cool, and so did they. Obviously, they thought it was, you know, a huge jump into the future, which obviously it was. But they didn't have the software to back up their hardware.
Right.
So it kind of flopped, just like Nintendo, which we'll bring up in just a few minutes. When the Wii U was released, or better yet, let's go back to the Wii. When the Wii was released, it was phenomenal. It was the first...
Everything about it was awesome except for the graphics.
Exactly.
It's like, yeah, it's going to make all this awesome gameplay. Graphics? What are graphics?
It was the first home console ever. Shut up, Matt.
It's true. Okay, look at the release of Star Wars Force Unleashed 2. You play it on PlayStation and Xbox. Graphics are amazing. Gameplay is amazing. Look, you play it on the Wii. Gameplay is amazing. Graphics horrible. Look at someone take a shit on it.
It's true. But again, you know, Nintendo has their characters. I think we talked about this last time too, in the first episode. Nintendo has characters, and they have amazing first-party titles, which is why people keep buying the games. They have Mario, they have Zelda, they have Samus, Pokemon, Donkey Kong, Yoshi. I almost said Sonic. Sorry, Sega. Please don't sue me. Fire Emblem, and, you know, a whole bunch of other titles, obviously. But again, the Wii, it was the first home console of its time to be able to have motion controls inside of it, where you're not only just point and click like a TV remote, but you're able to swing around, you can punch, you can swing it like a bat or like a golf club, and it sold out like crazy. It did very, very well, but once 2009 hit, after the release of Super Smash Brothers, there really wasn't a whole lot of games to back up the Wii on anymore. You know, it was all remakes for the most part. Like, they had New Super Mario Bros. Wii. They had, what else? I'm looking at my game.
Quit cheating.
I'm sorry. They had all those ridiculous Wii titled games: Wii Sports, Wii Music, Wii Fit, Wii Fit Plus.
Yes.
We don't care.
That's a good one.
Okay.
We this, we that. We don't care.
We need more, and I appreciate you, Nintendo, how you're able to bring hardcore gamers into the Wii U slightly.
Wait, I have a question for you, Mr. Nintendo. What does the
Yes.
U sound for? What does the U mean in Wii U?
You know, I can honestly tell you I don't know.
Okay. Well, you suck. And I'm
Well,
just kidding.
I think this is... when they first said it was Wii U, I thought that was a stupid name. Nintendo, please don't be mad. I still love you.
Yeah, we both still love you in the end. Just
We really do.
We just look at you and go, "What's up with your clothes, kid?"
Which is why I'm making a parody video of all the Nintendo characters on my channel. You can go ahead and find the link below for my channel. However, it's not going to be released till summer of this year.
And it's not gonna be a Super Mario's ripoff. No, none whatsoever.
It's okay. Rich Alvarez, I hope you're not watching this, because I love your show too.
We both love your show, actually.
I don't want to necessarily say it's going to be better, but from what I've written, it's going to be cool. So just keep it at that. Anyway, moving back on. For the U in Wii U, again with the stupid name.
Exactly.
I think it stands for. It's kind of like a unity kind of thing. It's not just we. It's us. It's you. It's me. It's everyone. You know, it's a family console.
Unity.
Unity. I don't think that's what it stands for, though. You know, I'm going to Google that. You go. I'm going to go ahead and Google that right now.
Okay. Well. Anyway, so I'm also looking forward to any games that they release. Or as in trailers and whatnot. Possibly even see more in Assassin's Creed 4, possibly. That'd be nice. Assassin's Creed 4. What else? Maybe more on. I would love to see more on Watch Dogs.
Ooh,
that would be
yes.
Because the gameplay they showed, and that was like early gameplay too, which is surprising. It's like looked amazing.
Early gameplay.
Yes, and it's like it still looked like final gameplay. I was like, what?
Ready.
You know what would be nice also is maybe more of an updated look on the GTA 5, because the graphics on that was I don't know. It was like sometimes looked awesome, and then other times looked like are we still back in 2006? Come on, Rockstar.
I know.
I'm pretty sure it's still early. You know, they're still working on it, so I don't know.
For those of you who aren't really equipped to video game news, hence you're watching our show, if you go to IGN.com and you type in GTA 5, aka Grand Theft Auto 5, whichever works best for you, and 5 is spelled with a V, by the way, like the Roman numeral. Don't just put the number 5 in there. They have comparison photos from Grand Theft Auto 4 to Grand Theft Auto 5.
Really?
And they have like pictures of the car and bikes and the world.
Well, all that stuff looks good. The characters are like,
so good. Oh, it looks pretty. It looks so pretty.
It does look pretty, except for the characters. I'm just not. The textures on the characters need to be improved. That's what I feel.
I wouldn't be able to say that because I haven't seen any of the characters.
Well, you can, in the last trailer they put out, you can see it.
When was that released?
That was a while ago.
A while ago, as in like a month, or like a while ago, as
like months ago. I don't.
Oh Lord.
I want to say possibly even towards the end of last year. I don't remember.
Oh man. Well, yeah, that's definitely a while ago.
Yeah, it's been a while since I've seen anything new. So that's why I'm saying it would be nice to see that at E3.
Agreed. Well, and they haven't released gameplay footage for, like you talked about earlier, Assassin's Creed 4.
Oh yeah, actually they have recently. They did. I would just like to see maybe a little bit more, possibly.
Oh gosh.
It was kind of like half. It's like mostly gameplay.
See, it looks pretty.
It does. It looks very pretty.
But if you guys haven't seen my last episode, I talked about it then too. I am not a big fan of the Assassin's Creed series.
I'm just very iffy on the whole underwater. It's the underwater levels. Although the what?
It's the whole fact of you reliving your parent, your great
your ancestors.
Footsteps.
I was gonna say well, technically in this game you're just going back to grandfather from last game, but
yeah. Well, and should we do a spoiler alert for Assassin's Creed 3, like how it ends?
No spoiler alerts. No.
Oh, come on, please! No. I want to ruin it for everybody.
No.
Fine.
The game's only been out for like 5 months. Well, I guess that's not an excuse. Still,
okay, I won't say anything.
Don't say anything.
Oh, fine. So
Wait, did you disagree with the ending, or what's your opinion on it? Without spoiling anything, what's your opinion on the ending?
I enjoyed the ending. I enjoyed how they did it because I think it was about time. How it was ended. I think they did it very, very, very well.
Mm-hmm.
And it was very rewarding to know how it ended.
See,
However, knowing that, how is that going to create a continuation in the game? You know what I mean?
Yes.
I can't say too much without ruining it.
No, don't.
Okay, I'm done. I'm done talking. Everybody.
It was still. I liked how it was still a what the F moment, but it was a what the F in a bad way. I was like, what, seriously? I threw him this is bullshit. I was like, it can't end like this. This is yeah, shit's weak, son.
Dumb.
Yeah.
Dumb.
Straight up.
Dumb. So anyway, so where were we before?
We were just talking about things from Xbox. I guess no, we're actually just talking about games in general.
Okay.
Is there any games that you would like to see or?
Oh my gosh, yes. I have a list of games I am dying to see this year. I am so excited. For all of you Nintendo fans out there who have a 3DS, you're probably...
well, are we going into the Nintendo Direct now? Or
Nintendo Direct? No, we'll get into that in just a minute. But for those of you who watch Nintendo Direct, earlier this year, and I mean like earlier this year, like January, February area, they... Bless you, Matt.
Thank you.
They announced that this year, aka 2013, is the year of the Luigi. Yay!
Okay, yeah, okay, that's what we're talking about.
Which means that Luigi is going to be a huge star in all the Mario games this year.
On the 3DS.
They have Luigi's Mansion already.
But they're still shoving them on the 3DS and not the Wii U.
I don't know. Well, no, that's not true.
Wait, they're not?
New Super Mario Bros. Wii U actually had a DLC update where you can play. They have a brand new story where you play just as Luigi.
I'm trying to figure out how many like new Super Mario Bros. Games are you gonna make?
It's not even new anymore.
Like, it's not. I mean, it's been around since. Wait, when did the first one come out?
2006.
Thank you. Yeah, it's been 6 years. No, 7 years now, and there's new Super Mario's. Like, seriously?
Because they had new Super Mario Bros. For the DS.
It's like 7 years old.
So new Super Mario Bros. For the DS, new Super Mario Bros. Wii for the Wii, which was released in 2009. No, 2011. Yeah, 2011. Then they had new Super Mario Bros. Wii U for the Wii U, then new Super Mario Bros. 2 for the 3DS. So it's like, yeah, it's not new anymore, Nintendo.
No.
They're just promoting Super Mario Bros. Now. So
I can see where they're going with it, because, yeah, it's basically every single one's using the same engine, and every single one is pretty much the same. It just the levels are always different, but they're pretty much the same. So I understand where they're coming from. At the same time, it's like it's not new. Stop it.
So quickly for games I'm excited for E3, and then we'll move on to the next subject.
Please.
The biggest one for me this year. Oh my gosh! Finally, at long last, Super Smash Bros. 4.
Oh yeah,
is going to be talked about at E3 this year. It's been confirmed. Super Smash Bros. 4 was confirmed last E3, if you remember, during the Wii U conference.
Mm-hmm.
They're going through all these games and developers that are, going on board with the whole Wii U dealio. And one of the titles that they showed up on screen was Super Smash Bros. But it was never... Like, there's no title for it. It's just the logo, Super Smash Brothers. However, it has been confirmed that it's going to be for the Wii U and the 3DS, so I'm pretty sure they're going to be talking about both versions. I'm not quite sure if they're the same version or if it's a different version for each system. But they do have a new developer instead of HAL Laboratories like it has been for the past 3 games. This is going to be the first Super Smash Bros. By Namco Bandai.
Oh, interesting.
It's going to be a huge difference in gameplay compared to the HAL Laboratories version.
So, I'm actually looking forward to that. I'm looking forward to see... I would like to see like Mewtwo come back. That'd be cool. Wait, Mewtwo wasn't in Brawl, was he? He wasn't in Brawl, no. Okay, yeah.
He was in Melee.
It's been a while since I've touched that game. So yeah, he wasn't in... But I would love to see him come back. I would like to see... it would be a really cool idea if they made the Pokemon trainer, like, because he was just very similar to Red, I would have to say, right? Or was he more similar looking to Ash? I don't remember. It's been a while.
No, he was the generic...
Yeah, he was the generic Pokemon trainer, yeah.
In like Pokemon Leaf Green.
Okay, yeah. So would it be a remake of...
Same figure.
So that'd be Red then, still. So I would like to see him like just more similar to Silver from Gold and Silver.
Oh, then you can use the Pokemon from Gold and Silver. That's actually a good idea.
Yeah.
So you can have like not Chikorita.
Yeah. Or no, it'll be.
Yeah, it'd be Totodile, and then Bayleaf, and Typhlosion would be your 3 characters.
Oh, that'd be awesome to use Typhlosion. I love Typhlosion.
Oh my god, that would be so
my
cool.
favorite.
I like smiling. It's my favorite.
Okay, wait. So that's my favorite starter. What's your favorite starter?
And Pokemon?
Yes. So mine's Cyndaquil. It's weird because I'm all about water, but like I use
Like out of the whole Pokemon universe, or just
just for starters. So it narrows it down a lot.
Okay, for the record, ladies and gentlemen, Pikachu is not a starter. I don't care what kind of argument you bring up. Pikachu is not a starter.
That was just the
Pokemon.
Hey You Pikachu. So
that was just Hey You Pikachu, and that was just Pokemon Yellow. Nothing else. Okay, just
or no, not Hey You Pikachu. Sorry, yeah, it was just the Pikachu version of Yellow. Yeah.
Just stop. Crap. That's a good question. Well, when it crap. Okay, I'm not a big fire person, so as cool as the fire Pokemon are, I'm not a big fan of actually using fire Pokemon. I really love the water Pokemon. I think for every game, actually, that I got, I picked the water Pokemon as my starter. So, only because I know that the first gym leader is normally a rock type.
Mm-hmm.
So I kind of beat this stuff.
So you use... Wait, what was it again? So it was water?
It was water.
So you basically, you're saying that any water Pokemon is your favorite?
Yeah, well, yeah, because I just got Pokemon...
You just get narrowed down to one.
I can't know. Well, I got Pokemon Black not too long ago for my DS, and I actually chose Oshawott out of all the other characters. So, sorry.
And what about Legendary? What's your favorite Legendary?
Oh my god.
Mine's Lugia.
Deoxys.
Deoxys?
Yeah, he's cool.
Yeah.
He's
But
cool.
it's the one on the tentacles things, right? And he's on the moon or some shit like that.
Tentacles that are on the moon?
Yeah, he's got like tentacles for arms or something, and then he's like, you find him on the moon in the games.
Isn't that Deoxys?
It's Deoxys, right? That's what you said, Deoxys.
Yeah.
Yeah, so he's like all red.
He's like red and blue,
Yeah, red,
and he has
yes.
like 3 different forms.
Yes.
Yeah,
That's
okay.
That's what I was talking about. Yeah, so.
Well, I believe it's time to move on. We've been on
Yes.
this subject for like the past half hour.
We're past like 40 minutes
so there's
now.
E3, ladies and gentlemen.
It's like 40
and
minutes.
And now, Matt, back to you.
Okay, so now we're going to be moving on to movies, because that's the other thing we talk about on the show. It's something that Taylor likes to avoid.
We get so into video game conversations. I forget movies exist sometimes. Okay.
So you wanted to talk about what?
Oh, Star Wars. Star Wars movies.
Okay.
So I'm a big IGN reader. That's where I get most of my video game and movie and basically geek information.
I do IGN and Machinima on YouTube. So
See, I watch Machinima, but I only watch ETC. And I'd watch all their parody videos, which I think are hysterical. But anyway,
yeah.
we gotta stay on track.
Okay.
We keep veering off here.
That's cool.
So the Star Wars movies.
Yes.
I read on IGN.com I read it on my app of IGN.com that starting in 2015, if you've been living under a rock and you don't know what the heck is going on with this world,
And quit living under there. Like, how many times do I have to tell you? Stop it.
What are you talking about? Oh my god.
Like you know those like bugs and like other creatures that live under rocks? Quit it.
That's gross. That's unsanitary.
It super is.
So, first off, if you watch episode 1, we talked about Disney buying Lucasfilm and LucasArts.
Yeah,
Disney
just the
owns
Lucas,
Star Wars right
anything
now.
with the Lucas on.
Yeah, they own Star Wars because Lucas retired, so he thought, I'll sell the company, so he gave it to Disney. Didn't give it to Disney. Disney bought it from him for it was like $4.8 million or something.
So Disney now owns all the films, anything he's done, possibly his mansion, because he's touched that too.
Yeah, basically. He's
probably living on those streets. I'm just kidding. That's a joke.
So, and we all grew up with Disney, so we know how Disney is, how they want to suck out every dime out of your pocket. And again, if you watch the first episode, I'm a Disney cast member, so I'm allowed to say this kind of stuff. They like to suck every kind of change out of your pocket.
Yep.
So So it was confirmed the other day that Star Wars. Well, first of all, they're releasing episodes 7, 8, and 9, which is going to be a completely different storyline from the previous 6.
Yes.
However, along with this trilogy,
That's only because of all the books that they made. They didn't want to do the same thing, so...
Exactly.
Well, it's going to follow the same story. It's just like... it's going to be something completely different from the books. Like, it's going to be completely different from what everyone's saying, so...
Storyline for all we know.
Yeah.
No storyline's been confirmed.
It's going to be a new story based off of the story that's already been...
Thank you.
It's already been built up in the books and everything, so...
Exactly. Yeah, thank you, Matt. Thank you.
You're welcome.
That's exactly right.
Star Wars fan.
Yay! So, starting 2015, Disney's going to release Star Wars Episode 7, which is going to begin the train of Star Wars movies releasing for the next couple years. They're going to be releasing a Star Wars film every year up until, I want to say, 2018 or 2020. It's going to be a lot of Star Wars films. So they're going to start with Episode 7 in 2015. 2016, they're going to release one of their spin-off movies. They have like 2 confirmed right now, or 3 confirmed. They want to do a Yoda spin-off movie.
Yeah. Did anyone do Yoda? Seriously?
Yeah, I think it's going to be like the origins, like how Yoda got to his planet and how he's training.
Wow,
how
weird. They've never did any backstory, and like not even like you don't even know like much backstory on another character. It's basically very similar to Yoda in the Star Wars Old Republic, the first one. And when you get to Dantooine and the headmaster is basically just like Yoda. He's the same species and everything. I forgot his name, but there's like no backstory in him. So he was just like, oh hey, it's just a little creature that's a Jedi Master. Cool, okay.
So they confirmed a Yoda movie. They do want to do a Yoda movie. I believe it's going to be based off again the origins of Yoda, like how he got to Dagobah.
Wait! How did he get to Dagobah? Like, why would he?
Him growing up in Dagobah, I guess. Him getting on the Jedi Council.
He grew up in Dagobah?
That's the clue. Nobody knows. Disney's making their own storyline for this stuff.
Weird.
They own the rights. They can do what they want.
That's weird.
I know.
So I just thought that Dagobah was just the place he ran to, and I didn't think he was like an actual creature from there. That's weird.
Well, he lives there though.
Well, he lived there after, but like I don't know. And it's weird that we're coming up with a story. They're gonna like tell about the journey he got from Kashyyyk to Dagobah. Like he just got there. Like why would we have to explain? Luke just didn't explain it. Why do we have to explain it?
They do what they want. So that's one of them. And then so that was 2016. Yeah, 2016 they're going to do a spin-off. 2017 they're planning on doing episode 8. 2018 they want to do another spin-off,
which is the Han Solo. Am I correct?
They're probably going to do the young Han Solo adventures, so like how Han Solo met Chewie, how he got the Millennium Falcon, which means they're probably going to be bringing back in
another follow-up to episode 3, basically.
This is going to sound really dumb, but what's his friend's name in episode 6?
You're kidding me, right?
No, I'm being dead serious. I'm drawing a blank.
The only... at that point, the only African-American person in the entire Star Wars film. Oh and you're going to forget his name.
What is his name?
I'm not telling you. You should know. Shame on you. And you call yourself a Star Wars fan.
Tell me his name. That was Matt's good friend Malcolm putting in his 2 cents. So there you go, ladies and gentlemen.
Lando Calrissian, you idiot.
Thank you. That means he's probably going to be brought up in it because him and Han Solo were partners at one point, I believe.
They were friends. Yes.
Yeah, which probably means they were probably partners in some way, shape, or form too.
and it's
It's Disney. not gonna have any gay jokes.
Scheming plans.
Indeed.
Smuggle some crap across the galaxy.
And they were talking about, I hope they don't, for the love of God, I hope they don't. They want to do a Jabba the Hutt spinoff.
Why
that? Would be
that?
frustrating because you have to read the whole thing.
That would be annoying. Why that?
It would not be fun.
No.
And they also have been talking about doing a...
I have been hating their more recent decisions on making any like newer Hutts, especially in the Clone Wars show when they show the other Hutts. They're like completely different. They're like cartoons. They're like cartoony and stuff. It's like, no, Jabba's supposed to be this serious like crime boss person, and then you have these his cousins who are like clowns. I'm like, seriously?
Yeah.
Get that weak stuff out.
They also want to do it's either a Boba Fett or a Jango Fett spinoff as well.
Boba Fett.
Pretty cool.
It's Boba Fett.
That would be pretty cool. I'm not quite sure who it's going to star, but if it's Jango Fett, it's probably going to be him, growing up, or
There is a novel explaining what happened. Like it follows up where 2 leaves off with him. I read it as a kid. I didn't finish it because when I was a kid I hated reading, but I tried to read it, and I did know that it follows up like right where you last see him in episode 2, where he's kind of like looking down at his dad because it's died. So it like starts around that point, and then it just kind of follows his journey from there. So it's probably going to be around the same story.
And him going to Kamino and becoming the clone subject for all the clones.
No, that's what that was. No, I'm talking Boba Fett. They're doing a Boba Fett spinoff, not Jango Fett.
Boba Fett, thank you. Okay,
Jango Fett is the dad, I guess.
Of Boba Fett, yeah. So I'm still not quite sure on which character is going to be, but they've been planning on doing one of those. So as a recap, 2015 is episode 7.
Yes.
2016 is a spinoff.
Yes.
2017 is episode 8. 2018 is another spinoff, and then 2019 is going to be the last of the trilogy. Possibly another spinoff, just to toss in another year to bring out episode 8 or episode 9.
And wait, I was just about to say something, and I drew a blank. It's rubbing off. You're rubbing off me, Taylor. It's like
I'm sorry, man. I told you it's the time of night. We can't do it this late anymore, dude. This is cray.
No. I was gonna say something. Okay, well, never mind. It's gone. It's out the door.
Well, if it comes back, just yell it out.
Yes. Okay.
Like, don't even warn me. Just literally yell out whatever you're gonna say.
Okay. So, I guess let's move on. Is there anything else you want to talk about?
For the Star Wars, so go ahead and keep your eyes out, folks. You should be able to see it in 2015
for episode 7.
And they should be releasing more information on it at D23 next year, which is the Disney Expo. So go ahead and keep your eyes out, Disney fans.
They better be putting that crap on YouTube. It's like, watch it.
It'll be all over YouTube.
It better be.
It'll be all over YouTube.
So I guess is there anything else we want to talk about Star Wars before we get off the subject of Star Wars?
That's basically it, man. That's all the information we know as of now.
Awesome. Okay. So I guess going back to video games, something else that happened the day that this came out, or rather the day that episode 1 came out for our show, the Nintendo Direct happened.
Oh my gosh!
So yeah, I was really excited. I woke up to that. Like I was just like, "Hey, Nintendo information!" Like half awake. I was like, "Oh my god!"
Oh my gosh!
Oh
my gosh! It was so exciting.
Yes.
It's like a little Christmas in the middle of summer. It made me so happy. So do you want to explain what was introduced in the Nintendo Direct, Matt?
Okay, so just some highlights, I guess. The 3 main games that everyone's talking about. I guess Yoshi's Island 3DS, which is it's a sequel to the last Yoshi's Island, and it's the awesome thing is they're going back to the NES graphics. So, like, when you watch it, you think, oh, wait, this is this old gameplay. It's not. It's completely new gameplay. It's just the graphics are gone back to that.
And from what they showed, how
Super NES.
it's like a mix between Yoshi's Island and if you guys have ever played Yoshi Story for the Nintendo 64, it looks a lot like Yoshi's Island, or not Yoshi's Island, excuse me, Yoshi's Story for the Nintendo 64, with a Yoshi Island twist. It looks really, really good. It looks pretty. I'm not quite sure why they made it in 3D, because it's still a side-scroller. So it's not like there's going to be any big 3D effects unless like there's a monster that jumps out of the screen or something. I don't know, but it looks pretty, and like Matt said earlier, it is a sequel to the first Yoshi story.
I thought it was the second one.
Second Yoshi story. Yeah, there's been 3 Yoshi stories so far.
Yes.
Yoshi's Island. Oh my gosh.
It's basically just like it's basically take the first Yoshi's Island and then put on 3DS and then add like mechanics, like new mechanics to it for the 3DS and stuff. So, so the other game was for you Donkey Kong lovers. They're putting Donkey Kong Country Returns on the 3DS with an optional easy mode. Because I guess there's people who found the Wii iteration too difficult. I guess I never played Donkey Kong Country.
Oh my God, I played it.
So.
I got it the weekend it came out. I was so excited for it because I'm a huge Donkey Kong fan, like the Donkey Kong Country fan. Oh my God, it was so much fun, but the game was so difficult. It was hard.
Some
like a boss.
Other things, I guess they're coming with a Animal Crossing 3DS XL
bundle.
Yeah. I guess Bugs vs. Tanks. I guess there's a Pikmin 3 is going to be on the Wii U. Oh wait, that's for the Wii U. I apologize.
Pikmin 3 was confirmed last E3.
Yes, and then they showed off gameplay for it. There's a Mario Golf for the 3DS,
which looks awesome.
There's a Mario and Luigi Dream Team,
which looks even awesomer.
Mario Party for the 3DS,
which looks so cool.
This Professor Layton 6,
which I will.
It's like what? And then Square Enix came out and said that they're doing it looks like it's not Final Fantasy, but it looks like Final Fantasy. It looks like the remake.
It has the graphic capacity.
It has the gameplay looks very similar. The art style looks similar to the remake of Final Fantasy IV.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, it looks really interesting. I'd play that. And then the big news, which everyone went crazy for,
drumroll, everybody,
was a Link to the Past 2 for the 3DS.
Yeah,
which I am so looking forward to.
Well, that's not the official title though.
Well, yeah, it's not the official title. No, it's just right now they're just calling it Legend of Zelda for 3DS.
Yeah, but it is indeed a sequel to A Link to the Past. After all these years, one of the most, I wouldn't say most renowned, but one of the most underrated Legend of Zelda games is finally getting a sequel. And fanboys rejoice because it looks so cool.
Yes.
So cool.
And they added new mechanics and stuff, like the ability to turn yourself into a chalk drawing and then like run across the walls and stuff to get through. Like, I don't know, if there's like bars in the way and you need to get on the other side of the bars, you just turn yourself into chalk and then just run out. So that's an interesting mechanic. I like that.
And just in case you guys are curious, it is the same art style
of
the original.
Like Link to the Past, and it's in the same world as Link to the Past.
So it's a remastered world where everything's obviously going to be 3D. It's going to be pretty looking. It's all going to be computer generated.
And the stuff that they showed off, the graphic level is just that's working graphics. It's not done yet. It's in development. They say that before you even start watching it. It's in development. So the graphics aren't even up to where they want it to be. So and it looks pretty good where it is right now. So
it really does. Yeah, it looks very, very good. And like Matt said, it's It is a sequel. It's based off or it's from the original Link to the Past with the same art, not art style. Art style.
Yeah,
art
it's
style.
the same exact art style as Link to the Past.
Yeah,
It's
except
in 3D.
It's gonna have the. It's gonna have the
It's top-down
overhead view.
Yeah,
It's a top-down view, just like the original game was.
for the most part. Sometimes it'll zoom in. It does it when you turn to chalk. It'll the camera will move down and zoom in on you where you are.
Just like different angles and
Yes.
see where the hell you're going, that kind of thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, oh my gosh, when they announced that, fanboys everywhere.
Yeah, they're like, oh my god, what? What?
It was crazy. It was crazy. There was a sonic boom that happened in this area from when everybody watched that.
And I went kind of nuts when they did the Wii U news. So it was kind of like the Nintendo Direct was the exact opposite of the Nintendo conference, where they had mostly Wii U stuff, and then they mentioned a few 3DS games. Well, in this one, it was mostly 3DS, and then they mentioned a few Wii U games. So, like I said earlier, they did Pikmin, some new Pikmin 3. And then another one, which was something no one saw coming, on the Virtual Console, they're releasing Earthbound.
Oh my gosh! Yeah,
And-
when I heard that news, I was super excited.
It makes me just want to go play it, even though I have no way of playing it right now.
yet.
Yet.
So just
I'm also using
can you
the
go ahead and
emulator.
recap, the games.
Okay, so for the 3DS, new Zelda, 1, 2, 3, 3 new Mario parties, new Yoshi's Island, Donkey Kong is being ported.
Wait. There's only one new Mario Party.
No, 3 new Mario games. That's what I meant to say.
So there's Mario Party,
Mario Party,
Golf,
Mario Golf, and then Mario and Luigi Dream Team.
Dream Team. Yep.
And then Yoshi's Island, Donkey Kong Country is being ported to the 3DS. Professor Layton 6, Bugs vs. Tanks. I have no idea what that's all about.
Those are virtual console games that are going to be
The
released.
Square game, it looks like Final Fantasy. I'd failed to mention that it's called Bravely Default Flying Fairies. It might actually be this whole entire series that they've been releasing, for all I know, and I have no knowledge of it. So, and then for the Wii U, Pikmin 3, and then Earthbound.
So, for you Nintendo nerds at home,
And for
That's
the Earthbound, it's not a remake; it's a port. So it's the same exact game, just on the Wii U.
yeah, for the first time in forever.
Yes.
For your Nintendo fans at home, this is huge news for Nintendo. They got almost all the old franchises that people wanted to see again. They brought them back onto the systems, and I hate to say it, but like I said earlier at this episode, I was losing faith in Nintendo. They still, again, I'm still a Nintendo fan. I'm still going to buy their products, but I was losing faith in them. I wasn't sure how much longer they were going to last. But from this gigantic announcement, it was so ridiculous. It's like a mini E3 for Nintendo. And in an interview, actually, with, I think it was on IGN. I'm not quite sure who did the interview, though. The reporter talked to Reggie Fils-Aimé, which is the CEO of Nintendo of America,
Yes.
and he stated, I don't want to quote this because I'm not sure if this is exactly what he said, but he stated that you ain't seen nothing yet. Basically, this is just the beginning of what Nintendo has in store for
Yes.
us. So if they're releasing this 2 months before E3, no, 2 months? Yeah, 2 months before E3, I can't even imagine what E3 is going to be like.
Yes.
I can't even imagine. It's going to be insane.
From what speculation is that that the new Zelda that they released wasn't even the one that they mentioned in the Nintendo conference. Is that the actual Zelda game that they were talking about was in fact it's basically a new Zelda game. It's gonna look like the tech demo they had for the Wii U. So
It's about time.
that's just what speculation is. I mean, the other speculation. I mean, that's kind of. I don't think that's true though, because in the conference they said that they were going to do a game that looked like Wind Waker, and that's kind of what led them to make the Wind Waker remake. So I don't know. We'll have to see what happens for what the other Zelda game is going to be. So
Yeah, it's gonna. Well, no matter what, people are gonna buy it.
yes, I'll buy
So
it.
I mean, look at Skyward Sword.
After I buy a Wii U,
wasn't-
I'll buy it.
Skyward Sword wasn't exactly the most popular game. It was cool they brought back Legend of Zelda, but it wasn't the most financially incomeable game, if that makes sense. But people still loved it only because it brought back, Legend of Zelda. So if they're able to remake a brand new title again for the Legend of Zelda series, but make it better than Skyward Sword, if they're able to mix it with Ocarina of Time and Twilight Princess, like if it has that epicness of it, people would go crazy.
Yes.
It would go absolutely insane. So this whole episode was like 80% Nintendo.
Yeah. Well, because they released a bunch of good news, so we had to talk about it all.
Yeah, it was the Nintendo Direct episode. I mean, come on, man. Come on.
So we're at an hour here. Did you want to? I know you had one more thing to talk about. Did you want to talk about that, or do you want to just?
Yeah, I can talk about it real quick. It's really not big news. I kind of talked about it in episode 1. But going into summer movies, not like when I say summer movies, I mean like May
Yes.
movies.
In a few weeks.
The biggest. What was that?
In a few weeks.
In a few weeks, yeah. So as soon as May starts, it's going to be release after release after release. Basically, every weekend in May is going to have some big movie release.
And we start out with Iron Man.
Iron Man. Is it May 10th?
May 3rd.
No, May.
It's May 3rd.
May 3rd. Perfect. May 3rd. It's going to be Iron Man 3. It's quote unquote supposedly the last time Iron Man will have his own movie for a while at least. So Robert Downey Jr. He was in a conference not too long ago, or not a conference, but he was talking to a reporter, and he told the reporter that I'm not sure. I had a lot of fun doing Iron Man. I really enjoyed being part of the show, but I believe it's about time we put Iron Man to rest. And if you guys ever saw the original Iron Man 3 trailer that was released back in October
Yeah.
of last year, I believe.
Yeah, it's around that time.
So it has, he's flying around, all this stuff. They show Mandarin, and then he gets caught and pulled underwater or whatever. Then it fades to black and it shows Iron Man 3,
Yes.
and the light goes out. That was a hint that they're probably just going to end it there. However, that doesn't mean he won't be showing up in Avengers 2 in 2015.
Really, no, they have to put him in Avengers, especially where they're going with the story. If what is true about it, they might be going with the whole Civil War route.
God, I hope so.
I hope.
God, I hope so.
Well, we'll definitely know after Avengers 2 comes out, but that won't be again until 2015, sadly.
Yeah.
So
yeah, it's gonna be a while. But like I said before, this is gonna be the last standalone Iron Man movie for a while. Well, supposedly. I don't think the director wants to do any more Iron Man movies, and Robert Downey Jr. doesn't want to do it. And transferring actors that soon within a series franchise is going to look really, really bad on the director. So it's probably a good idea to do that.
And the thing that kind of steers towards that is the whole, the whole conflict that they had between Iron Man and Captain America, because that was literally the whole thing with the Civil War. It was one side led by Tony and the other side led by Captain. So
yeah, and if you guys ever go into your video game nerds, and you're probably your comic book nerds at the same time, if you've ever played Marvel Ultimate Alliance 2, it's going to be that storyline.
yes,
So
basically,
it's basically, except without all the decision making, but basically where Captain America believes that we shouldn't have to sign the contract with the government, and Iron Man believes that we should follow the government rule and do what they say. So it's
and they are. I hear that they are looking into trying to get Wolverine and Spider-Man into the Avengers. Yes, because the whole thing about that is because Wolverine is and I believe X-Men too, or they're owned by Fox, and then Spider-Man's owned by Sony. So they're trying to
Fantastic Four. Fantastic
Four
Four is
owned by
owned by as well.
Fox, or was it Sony? Okay,
Sony.
so
Yeah. So so that's big Iron Man news for you guys.
Wolverine.
Moving on down one more week, The Great Gatsby comes out on May 10th.
We will be having a review on that movie. That's gonna be.
Oh my gosh! Yeah, Matt and I are actually going to go see that movie. I want to go see it at midnight, but like I said in the last episode, I can't, unfortunately.
Well, but we definitely we both need to do Iron Man midnight. Definitely.
Oh my gosh! Yes,
I'm
Iron
going.
Man will be definitely at midnight, and there will be a release on this channel. We'll go ahead and give you the review, see what we think.
Yes.
It's going to be late at night when we give the review. Probably like.
What we're gonna do is we're gonna get together in here in Skype and do our review, and then we're gonna add it in to our normal podcast. So.
Yeah. Oh yeah, and I think this review is the review going to be like its own video.
No, like I said, it's gonna be part of our normal podcast. It's just we're gonna record it, and then so that week is gonna be when we actually are recording it. We're gonna be not talking a whole lot. We'll have to make it quick, but just to fit the whole hour time. So, but yes, we will be when we do our movie reviews. We're recording it right afterwards, and then we'll add it to our normal schedule. So you don't have to come here at a certain time. We'll be here on Tuesday. So
yeah. However, it's when we do the review, it's going to be like 3 a.m.
I know. So we'll be like dead tired and like, oh, what was that one part again?
Crashed into the water. He crashed into the water.
He crashed into the water. Okay, what was the next part? He crashed into the water. Okay. Jesus.
So where were we? Okay, so Iron Man 3, we're going to do it in a minute.
Sorry.
Matt.
What?
Matt.
What?
Hi. So Iron Man 3, we will be doing a midnight review for. Midnight premiere / review for that movie. The following week is going to be The Great Gatsby, which unfortunately I won't be able to see at midnight, but I will see it the following week when a friend of mine comes out to visit. I don't think there's... Oh, wait, there is one. On the 16th, there's one movie coming out.
I don't know.
It'll be the 17th.
The only ones I'm looking forward to are Iron Man and Wolverine and The Great Gatsby. That's the only ones off the top of my head I'm looking forward to.
The Wolverine comes out later this summer. I'll go ahead and talk about that later in May. So, that's going to be good.
Wolverine comes out in July.
Yeah. Yeah,
it's like
later this summer.
A couple of days before my birthday. I think.
Well, I know what we're doing for Matt's birthday, guys.
Seeing Wolverine.
And then the last big one that I can think off the top of my head for May, again, is The Hangover 3, which is going to be released on May 23rd of this year, obviously. It's going to be the last one of the Hangover series, unless they make a fourth, which I severely hope they don't, because the series has outrun its course.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's lasted as long as it did. It's gotten a lot of popularity. You know, people quote it all over the place.
Yes.
I love the actors. Honestly, I had never liked Ed Helm before I saw this movie. And then I saw Cedar Rapids, and I saw him in... I started watching The Office when Ed Helms got on. I've just become a big fan of him, and I really enjoyed... I really liked Zach Galifianakis after that movie. I've watched a lot of Bradley Cooper movies. Mm-hmm. So it's been obviously a really influential... part of my life when it came to knowing actors and actresses and really grotesque and effed up humor. But it's going to be the last one, so I'm definitely going to go see it at midnight, and I actually might go with a friend of mine from work, and we might review it that night too if Matt joins us.
Sure. If I see it, I don't know. I'm affiliated in seeing it. Another thing, for going back to Iron Man, from what I hear, Thor 2 trailer will be coming out with Iron Man. So I don't know if that'll be on the internet even before then, but from what I hear, it'll be with Iron Man. It'll definitely be with Iron Man 3.
Let's hope so. Yeah, the two. So for Phase 2 Phase 2 of the superhero / Marvel movies,
Captain America 2, Thor 2, Iron Man 3,
Iron Man 3,
no Hulk. There
and the Guardians.
And Rise of the Guardians. So that's all.
Those are going to be the big Marvel movies for the next 2 years or so.
Because they are for the next one. They are right now. They're going into the Avengers 2 will be the Infinity Gauntlet story. So
yeah,
that's what they're going for.
Which incidentally might cross over Rise of the Guardians.
That's a good movie, but no.
Clear. Guardians of the Galaxy is what we meant to say. I can't believe we just called it Rise of the Guardians.
Well, actually, if you think about it, it's kind of like, Rise of the Guardians was kind of like Avengers, but with mythical creatures like Santa Claus.
So, Guardians of the Galaxy is what the movie's called.
Yes.
So, supposedly, there might be a crossover movie of Guardians of the Galaxy and the Avengers, maybe. Because on one of the comics, page,
it's what it is the Rise of the Rise. God damn it! I'm saying it too now. Guardians of the Galaxy. It's the start of the Infinity. That's where Kronos. Wait,
Kronos.
Kronos. That's the bad guy for them. Their main big bad guys is Kronos.
Oh no, it's not. Kronos is one of the guys from the galaxy, from the Guardians.
What? What's his name
Thanos.
Again? Thanos. Never mind. I got it. Yeah, Thanos. Okay, yeah. So Thanos is the bad guy in Guardians of the Galaxy.
If you guys ever saw past the credits on Avengers, it's that guy, the big purple guy who everyone mistaked for a purple Hulk.
Oh, most people are actually mistaking it for, I think, I forgot his name. Super Skrull, I think. But no, it's Thanos. Anyway, so yeah, and also with Adam Warlock. Adam Warlock is basically the only guy who can beat Thanos. So Adam Warlock will be in Avengers, because obviously he's the only one that can beat Thanos.
Oh yeah. So it's going to be good. Okay, so back to Phase 2.
Yes.
It's going to be Iron Man 3 and Thor 2 this year, and then next year is going to be Captain America and Guardians of the Galaxy.
I mean, what I just said though. I'm sorry before I interrupt you, but what I just said though, it's not what they said, but from where they're going with, that's what they have to go. You know what I mean? Like they have to go that direction. Yeah. If anything else wouldn't make much sense. Anyway, Scott, continue on.
Well, they're going to have obviously some in between movies. They're planning on releasing an Ant-Man movie.
Ant-Man's going to be actually part of Phase 3, so it's coming out after.
There we go.
It's going to be after, and also Phase 3. Another newcomer would be Doctor Strange.
Doctor Strange. Yes. Doctor Strange is also going to be part of it. Yeah. So as soon as the Avengers 2 is finished, they're going to move on to Phase 3, which is going to be Ant-Man and Doctor Strange.
Yes. And probably more, Captain America and Thor, possibly.
Yeah.
Possibly.
So it all depends on how well Avengers 2 does. Obviously, Avengers 1 broke the box office for the best-selling Marvel or superhero movie ever. I think it even beat Batman when it comes to overall growth.
Batman didn't even win any awards. Like at the award ceremony just happened just a week ago. The Oscars. Was it the Oscars? No, the MTV. The MTV Movie Awards.
That's not the same.
Well, I know it's not the same, but the MTV Movie, they won no awards. They were nominated for a few and they won nothing. The Avengers won 2 or 3, and they won best movie, the movie of the year.
It's because he's Batman.
No, not Batman. I'm talking about Avengers.
That's what I'm saying. It's because it's Batman.
Which is weird because Batman 3 was put together so well.
It was very good. It was slow though. It was very slow.
Well, there was a lot to cover.
Yeah, it was a lot to cover, but it was still it was great.
It was good.
Great movie.
It definitely deserved the 3 hours it got. So
yeah, I totally agree with that.
Or 2.5, whatever, how long it was.
So technically, what I just said, it's not really summer movies. It's more of just the May movies as of now. I'll go ahead and talk more summer movies once the months start getting closer, because I'm pretty sure a lot of you guys have been seeing trailers for movies that you want to talk about. So go ahead and leave a response in the comment box below.
Again, yes.
Go ahead and tell us what you want to talk about next time.
Please.
Be it more E3, more PlayStation, more Xbox, more video games, more movies, more of me not talking as much. 'Cause I like to run now and then. More of Matt's tired nonsense where he forgets everything he's about to say.
Shut up. You're the same thing. You're doing the same thing right now.
I know. And if you don't want me to talk with a scary, raspy voice like I am now, I sound like I'm
a zombie, half zombie.
Oh, something.
And
yeah.
And if you want to stop listening to Taylor talk about stupid Disney stuff, I'm just kidding. Disney's not stupid.
It's not stupid.
It's not. I love Disney.
That is my favorite.
And I'm just kidding, dude. It's a joke. I love you, Taylor.
Oh, and we have a surprise for you guys
next week. We're gonna start next episode next week. We're gonna start having guests on, and surprisingly, we actually have 2 guests that are gonna be on the show. Hopefully, nothing set in stone, but that's what we're looking at. So I'm going to bring on a guest, and Taylor's going to bring on a guest. So we're going to have this whole entire 4-way discussion.
That's what she said.
You're funny. No. So yes, that's.
We're not quite sure if we're going to have all 4 of us talking in one episode. That's probably going to be incredibly chaotic.
It might. Yeah, nothing's set in stone yet, like I just said. So.
Yeah. So next week, definitely be looking forward to one guest that we'll be having on the show. I'm not going to say who it is. It's a secret. And if all goes well next episode, we might move on to 2 episodes a week.
Yes. If that's something you wanted, if that's something you're for or against, just let us know in the comments. That would be much appreciated.
If you would like to hear us ramble on for 2
episodes a week,
3 hours a week, let us know, and we'll be more than happy to ramble on for 3 hours a week.
Because we hold back when we are cutting it down to. I mean, these first 2 seem to be going past an hour, but we try to keep it to an hour.
Yeah, we're trying our best. I know last episode was a couple.
It was like an hour,
was a
15 minutes.
An hour, and this one's like an hour 15.
This one's like an hour 20 now.
My God! See, there we
I have
go.
The counter up,
so, well, I guess we'll go ahead and cut this to a close. Yes. Unless you want to say anything else.
No,
Matt?
That's it. Just look out for next week. We're gonna be having guests on, and anything you want to say, anything at all. Feedback is always great. Down the comments.
Preferably positive feedback. Don't say you suck. Tell us something cool.
Yeah. No trolls.
Okay, you suck. It's not very good. Tell us. Okay, I'm going to pull off the crappy English teacher that nobody likes in high school. But why does it suck?
Yes.
Just let us know in the comments below if we do suck. If we do suck, we'll stick with 1 episode a week, and we'll spare you guys the misery.
Anyways.
So, again, comment on anything you want below, and the description for... Crap. What was the description before?
The description for...
Well, I was told you we were gonna have a link.
The link for the last episode. The link will be down below, and there'll be an annotation in the video. So
if you want to hear us ramble on for another hour 15, go ahead and click on the link below, and in the annotation that was probably now.
Yeah, there'll be now. I'm going to start putting annotations up. So there'll be annotations in the last video, and then this one linking the 2, and then with obviously with every single new episode, I'll be adding annotations to every episode, so you'll be able to go through.
Cool.
Also, there'll be playlists, so you can just autoplay it, and yeah.
You're cool. Oh, and also one last thing before we go ahead and head out. Be sure to keep an eye on Matt's channel for the next couple weeks, because not only will we be doing our podcast like we have been, in approximately May or June, we're going to be doing skits and possibly some parodies during that time. And we also, I think we're planning on doing a.
Well, we put them on
live-
we're putting them on my channel. I thought they're going on your channel.
No. The other parodies are going to go on my channel, but you said you wanted to do some stuff for your channel.
I mean, I would just continue. If anything, I would just continue my gameplay stuff if I have time.
There we go.
See, and I guess
Matt, he's going to do more gameplays.
I guess talking about that, the reason why I haven't finished my Slender because I just school started, so I stopped focusing on that stuff. So doing those gameplay stuff, it takes a while. It's not a quick thing like this is. So
that's for sure. That's for sure.
Okay, so let's
but also
try and what are you gonna say real quick?
We might do a live stream later this summer.
Possibly,
so we can get some actual feedback. Well, not actual feedback. Not that there hasn't been feedback before, but we'll be able to answer questions via whatever we live stream off of.
And it'll be on YouTube.
And we'll go ahead
because
it'll be a live show, and we're actually going to be in person.
Yes.
For the live show together, holding hands.
So yeah, we'll answer questions and whatnot. So yeah, we'll everything when it gets closer, we'll let you guys know what's actually going to happen. So just for right now, look forward to next week. That's when we're going to start having guests. The guests are going to be awesome. So
that's right. All right, folks. Well, I guess we'll go ahead and cut it short.
Yep.
We'll
cut it here.
Short. Yeah.
Okay.
All right, folks. You guys have a good one.
This is Matt.
And this is Taylor.
I'll see you guys later.
See ya.